Today, we're diving into a technology that's truly changing everything: generative AI. It's an incredible story of innovation, for sure, but it also makes us ask some really big questions about the future of human creativity itself. So, let's kick things off with the amazing, world-changing things this technology is already doing. And I want to be clear, this isn't some far-off science fiction. It's happening right now, completely reshaping industries from the factory floor all the way to the hospital room. Okay, think about this for a second. What in the world connects a super advanced smart factory in Germany, one that's constantly tweaking and optimizing itself, to a brand new clinical trial happening in Malaysia that could, lead to the next big life-saving drug? I mean, they seem like they're worlds apart, but they're actually linked by this powerful, invisible force. And yup, you guessed it, that invisible force is generative AI. It's really the engine that's driving this huge new wave of progress, and it's touching pretty much every part of our lives. What we're really seeing here is this incredible partnership between human smarts and machine intelligence. In manufacturing, for instance, engineers are creating these things called digital twins, perfect virtual copies of entire factories to make them way more efficient. And in medicine, AI is speeding up drug discovery and helping doctors read complex medical scans. It's not about replacing people, it's about making us better at what we do. But, and this is a big but, all this incredible power leads us to the central question we're tackling today. It's kind of like the ghost in the machine, the big mystery right at the heart of AI. I mean, really, where does an AI get the ability to design something new, or write a poem, or compose a piece of music? It can feel like magic, but the reality is way more complicated, and it's actually at the center of a huge global debate. Well, here's how it works. Generative AI models learn by consuming just massive amounts of existing data. Think of it like they're being fed a digital diet of text, images, and sounds, and a lot of it is scraped right off the internet. And that includes countless copyrighted books, articles, photos, and songs. And the scale of this is, well, it's just staggering. We're talking about billions and billions of data points. It's almost as if the AI has read every book, seen every painting, and listened to every song in human history, all to learn the patterns of how we create things. Now, as you can imagine, this massive data feast has caused some pretty strong reactions. A report from the European Parliament puts it very bluntly, saying that AI is, and I'm quoting here, eating the creativity of the world. The key point they're making is that this whole system is fueled by human-made art, often without anyone asking for permission or paying the original creators. And that same report warns that this creates what it calls a parasitic usurpation of the market. It sounds intense, but it really highlights the core problem here. AI models need human art to learn, but then the new stuff they create can directly compete with and even replace the very human artists they learned from. So this massive disruption definitely has not gone unnoticed. Right now, governments and lawmakers all over the world are scrambling to write a new set of rules for this completely new era of creation. And what's wild is that there's no single, easy answer to this problem. Just look at the different approaches. You've got the European Union, where creators have to actively say, no, you can't use my stuff. They have to opt out. Then in the United States, they use the flexible case-by-case idea of fair use. And then you have Japan, which allows AI training as long as the goal isn't just to enjoy the artwork itself. So yeah, there's no single playbook for this. But here's the biggest hurdle for any kind of regulation: transparency, or a lack of it. The European Parliament study used this great analogy. For most AI models, we just don't know what is inside the burger. The training data for most commercial AI is a huge secret, which makes it pretty much impossible for a creator to even know if their work was used in the first place. Now, the EU is trying to crack open that black box with its big new AI Act. It's a huge step, and it requires AI companies to publish summaries of their training data. It's a start for sure, but a lot of people are asking if a simple summary is really enough. So in response to all this complexity, experts have come up with a really clear and simple 3-pillar accountability test. It basically boils down to 3 fundamental questions. Number 1, transparency. Can creators actually see how their work is being used? 2, fairness. Are they getting paid for it fairly? And 3, enforcement. Is there actually someone around to make sure the rules are being followed? But this whole debate, it isn't just about the money. Not at all. I want you to just focus on this number for a second: 67%.
So, what is that 67%? Well, that's the number of experts in a recent EU study who believe an author's moral rights are on the line. Now, moral rights are things that protect an artist's name and the integrity of their work. It stops it from being messed with in a way that hurts their reputation. It's about protecting the artist's identity.
Okay, so this is a really, really important distinction lawmakers are trying to make. On one side, you have AI assisted work. That's where a human is clearly in charge, just using AI as a very fancy tool. That kind of work can probably get a copyright. But on the other side, you have AI generated content, where the AI is doing pretty much all the heavy lifting. And the consensus is growing that that kind of stuff should just be in the public domain.
So all of this brings us to the future we are literally building as we speak. Right now, we are defining a brand new social contract between human creators and these incredibly intelligent machines. The current default, especially over in Europe, is this opt-out model. That means the burden is on every single creator to go to every single AI company and tell them not to use their work, which, let's be honest, is a massive headache. And that's why there's this growing movement to flip the whole thing around to an opt-in system where AI companies have to get permission before they can use anyone's work. So what does a real path forward actually look like? Well, the ideas on the table are all about striking a balance. Things like creating a universal machine-readable signal that just tells AI crawlers, hey, do not train on this. It also means coming up with new ways to license work so that creators get paid fairly. The goal here isn't to stop innovation. It's to make sure that innovation doesn't happen by trampling on the rights of creators.
And when you boil it all down, all these debates and new laws and regulations, they all lead to one final, really provocative question. What kind of future are we choosing here? Is AI going to become a partner that elevates our creativity, or is it going to become our replacement? And here's the thing. The answer isn't written yet. Technology isn't destiny. The future of art and music and science, the future of all human creation in this new age of AI, is being decided right now by the choices we make and the rules we're writing today.